In today's Polkadot Eco update, we'll talk about ChainX and Darwinia network, a little bit about Evolution Land, and finally I'm going to talk a little bit about Polkadot Decoded and what's to come in that event. I have registered to Polkadot Decoded finally, so I'm going to take part because apparently it's in the evening my local time, so it makes it easier for me to follow. And hopefully I'll have some update videos to do after that, just to talk about just my general feel of the event and things that I probably learned throughout the event. And in case you haven't watched the event and you want to learn more, I'm going to try and summarize some of the topics. Of course, I'm not going to watch every single project, every single speaker, because they're talking in different stages. But yeah, we'll take a look at that towards the end of this video. But I just want to talk about PCX first, which is trading at $10.58 on average. As you can see, it's struggling to go back up ever since it had that FOMO buy with the Binance Smart Chain to Polkadot bridge, the update that they've posted on WeChat. So ever since that, we've had a few spikes up and down. I think it dropped to 960 once or twice, and now it's maintaining stability above 1050, which is good. Now let's see what are their updates. So ever since this Manta network update, which I've already covered, we've only got two other updates. So I've got this one here, 2+1 network ambassador recruitment is going on. So they're finally looking for some network ambassadors. And the ChainX teams want to release a testnet by the end of May. And probably the biggest news with ChainX, because I never thought that the team are actually going to come out. So, and when I say they're going to come out, it actually means they're going to do a live Q&A. So people will be able to ask them questions directly. So it just won't seem like they're strangers, like total strangers, and only Alex, the ChainX admin and the overseas manager or ambassador, is the guy doing all the talking, right? Because people that invest in PCX want to see the team come out. So finally they're going to do so in a way, right? Not directly, indirectly, but at the end of the day, they're going to answer your questions. So I am curious to hear what they're going to say, what kind of questions people are going to ask them. So yeah, as you can see here in this tweet, they're saying that you can ask the ChainX team anything straightly. Will the PolkaX team still take care of development after the first halving? How and any plan? To know the answer, join the AMA tomorrow, and also follow ChainX on Twitter, of course, in order to find out. And if you want to take part in the AMA, you need to join their Telegram group, which I'm already part of. So yes, do join their Telegram group if you want to find out more, because we've got a little sneak preview here, like how SherpaX deals with the imminence of Kusama slots auction. So we're going to find out. So that's Saturday, May 8th, between 11:30 and 12:30 p.m. UTC. Okay, so I will be able to see this event live. I'm actually going to be available around that time to check it out and see what they're going to talk about. Now let's talk about Darwinia here. So we've got this game, Evolution Land, right? They don't have too many followers, only 130 followers, but this game is powered by Darwinia network. So a lot of the utility for Darwinia's Ring and Katon at the moment is within this game. So everyone's talking about Evolution Land within the Darwinia community. Right, as you can see here, there are quite a lot of updates here, and you can actually generate Ring. You can bid for land, you can buy land. Once you own some land, then you can, I think you can grow crops and things like that on it, and you can sell stuff within the land, like for example gold. You could sell water, you could sell fire, right? So I think that's what it means here. I haven't actually played the game, so please correct me in the comments below. But it's good to see that there is utility, right? And this game is getting bigger and bigger now. Apparently there are more people playing it, but it does surprise me that they don't have too many followers on Twitter. So I'm not sure why. Maybe they're on Discord, maybe people follow them elsewhere, maybe they follow them on Telegram more. But I think that we're going to see more of this game once they expand, of course. And you can make a Eco wallet here for Huobi blockchain. They're teaching you here how to do it. If you are interested to follow this tutorial from Crypto Hustler, please do so. And let's take a look at the price here from Darwinia before we'll talk about their tweets. So we've got Darwinia's Katon, which is trading at $138 here on average. As you can see across all the different exchanges, it had this humongous pullback, which took it down to like 126 on MXC, which is pretty harsh, right? But the market cap is still very low, under 6 million. So yes, it is a low cap gem. It's one of those low cap gems. So we'll see how high it can go. If it goes lower or if it goes higher, anything could happen. It's hard to predict because at the moment it's still in a downtrend. So until the trend changes, we don't know how high it could potentially go. And Darwinia's ring is also suffering, right? It had this full pullback from the 21 cent region all the way down to where it started when the initial pump happened. It had some stability around 10 cents, 11 cents, and as you can see, we came back down to this area once again as Katon stakers are selling those ring rewards, and more ring is being sold, right? And aside from that, also the people that FOMO bought are also selling, right? It's normal market movement, but there's definitely more selling pressure for ring in my opinion than there is with Katon, just because with Katon you can generate a lot of ring. And Darwinia C ring, which is the Crab Network, token or coin, this is gonna have, of course, two different sides of it, just like we've got ring and Katon on Darwinia. Darwinia's Crab Network is gonna have C ring and C Katon. C Katon is not gonna be tradable at the beginning, but in the future they're looking at that, as per that interview that I've had with Bree from Darwinia Network, the marketing officer, who told me that she's looking at listing C Katon. Actually, she said it in the video, so if you watch that video, it should pop up on the top right hand corner. You'll be able to hear this information if you just look through the timelines, because I usually do timelines. I split my video on timelines so you can watch only specific segments if you're interested and you don't have time to watch the full video, because some people don't, right? It is a long video, it's like half an hour. So yeah, it's trading at under 1 cent. It used to trade at over 1 cent for quite some time, but as you can see, there is a lot of selling pressure now, especially because of the 100-to-1 ratio. Using that DEX that they're going to launch. I forget the name. I think it's called SubSwap, if I remember correctly. SubSwap, I think, yeah. Where you're going to be able to swap ring for C ring at a 100-to-1 ratio. So there's definitely selling pressure here, as people are worried that if the price of ring is low, then they're going to be able to get C ring at a higher price and sell it pretty much, right? So that's going to put pressure, a lot of selling pressure on the price of C ring, or it's going to put buy pressure on the price of ring. So it all depends. If people that have sold ring have sold it off, have finished the sell-off, and they don't hold any more bags, then people are going to be buying ring in order to sell it for C ring, right? Or maybe even the bots, the arbitrage bots could actually be buying ring just to do the swap. So there's also that possibility too, and whoever's first is going to make a killing, in my opinion. Now let's see what Darwinia are saying here. So they're pretty much talking about lotteries here and also Evolution Land. And they've had this jackpot here, as you can see, a super jackpot which has grown to over 1 million rings, so that's a lot. Everyone who contributed a winning bid will win 1 point every 1,000 rings, and each group of 10 points are entered into the draw for the final chance to win up to 100,000 ring, which is just over like $11,000, so that is a lot. And yeah, they're pretty much just talking about Evolution Land here, as you can see. They're reminding people that it's the cross-chain bridge, the cross-chain NFT bridge, and you can get a virtual estate on Evolution Land. Also, the top gainers are C-Ring is one of the top gainers as well in the last 24 hours. This is from the 6th of May, so this is yesterday, as per CryptoCrunch app, which is one of those analysis apps. And yeah, Polkadot Decoded, don't forget to register for that if you can, of course, if you can take part. If not, then I'm going to try and summarize what has been talked about. And again, I'm not going to follow every single speaker, but I am going to follow the ones I'm interested in, such as Darwinia, such as Polkadex, Plasm as well. I'm interested to hear what they have to say, also Akala. So yeah, there are a few. So let's find out about Polkadot Decoded. You can see here there's this, if you search for hashtag Polkadot Decoded, you can see a lot of people are getting hyped up about it on Twitter. So there are a lot of tweets with hashtag Polkadot Decoded. And if we look at Polkadot Decoded, so it's starting on the 19th of May. It's going to feature Gavin Wood, of course, the co-founder, and also Robert Habermeyer, right? He's one of the co-founders too. Also Web3 Foundation researchers, parity developers, and a selection of community voted talks. Stay tuned to find out which community talks will happen on day one. So I've got the main stage here, who's held by Peter Morik from Parity Technologies. He's going to hold the welcome note, and it's going to be at 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time, as you can see here, UTC+2. Then there's a few more people here: Simon Hipkins from Key Pictures, Matthew De Silva, Peter again from Parity Technologies, Robert Habermeyer, one of the co-founders, is also going to hold a talk on disrupting the layer one landscape for parachains. So we're going to find out more about parachains for sure. Also parsing the parachains, the who, the what, and the why from the Web3 Foundation. And also Robert Habermeyer, Sean Tabrizi, who's actually been he's been at one of these speeches recently, or at one of these events. I think it's called Polkadot and Friends. So he was at or Parity and Friends. So he was holding that event where Darwinia's Bree was also invited to, and she had a speech there. It's actually on YouTube as well if you want to look that up. There's going to be a break. Then Gavin Wood is going to hold this speech at 8:35. A Barstool chat with Gavin Wood. The networking happy hour, of course. Opening remarks. This is on the main stage on day 2. And Layer 1, Vitek from Engine is actually going to talk as well at this event. Sergio from Chainlink as well. Yeah, because Engine actually are migrating over to Polkadot Eco. They're rebranding. I believe they're going to have, or not rebranding, but they're going to have like a different brand. I forget the name right now. I'm actually meant to do a review on that and to kind of talk about those news, to see what Engine are actually trying to do, because I used to cover Engine quite a lot on this channel back in 2019, and I think in 2020 as well, for some part of 2020. But if we look here at the different stages, so on each stage there's going to be a speech by various founders. As you can see, there's going to be the Web3 Foundation speech on common good parachains, which is pretty much going to explain what I've already talked about many times. Basically those parachains which are guaranteed to get those slots to bond as a parachain without needing the crowd sale, because they're required for the Polkadot ecosystem to function properly. Ones like Snowfork, like Polka BTC from Interlay, they're going to get common good parachains, and there are others too. Also, Hank Ian from Fala Network is going to have a speech about Fala Network. Bree Ian from Darwinia Network is going to have a speech after the break at 6:50. Everstake, I haven't heard of them. Unique Network sounds familiar. Nodal sounds familiar. Robonomics, of course. I haven't covered Robonomics, but I know what they're about. Polkadot for Smart Cities, so it is a futuristic project. Polka World, Plasm Network is going to be there as well. Martin Heskins from Plasm Network. And on stage 2, we've got Bifrost, PolkaX, which I'm really looking forward to. Feeless Swaps and High Frequency Trading Order Book. Equilibrium is going to be there. Centrifuge, Amplefort, D-Trade, Moonbeam as well, one I'm interested on. Akala, MXC Foundation. Yeah, I mean, I like the MXC exchange. They've been onboarding a lot of these Polkadot Eco tokens, to be honest. And they're going to be supporting the parachain, so fair play to them. Fair play to Luke Schoen. So yeah, Bet from Akala. Kilt Protocol, also another solid project. And ChainSafe, which I'm not sure what it is. And let's see what stage 2 is. Injective Protocol, Cross Network, which is a good one. Plasm Network again. So Plasm is going to have 2 talks, right, on different stages at different times, I think. And then Everdream Soft to close it off. So yeah, I mean, I've registered to this. I'm looking forward to taking part and to listening to what they have to say. And then, of course, to do a video and fill you in on this information in case you weren't able to take part. But that's it from today's video. I just wanted to quickly talk about this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.